Speak with me today.
Yep, excuse me.
Sorry.
I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
Yeah, of course. it's a
That's our pleasure.
You know?
That's our pleasure.
I wanted to ask about the creative process for the album. Is there a formula that you guys go to when you create your music?
Well, let me
Yeah,
start.
hit it off.
All
and
right,
I'll-
yeah. Well, the thing goes like this. At least at the first album, we've got some stuff going on from a long time ago, like some basis for the tracks.
The structures of the
Yeah,
song
the
is
structure of the
general,
song,
yeah.
yeah, because the band was started at 2022. The formulas were almost ready from back then. So we have the formula, and then everyone who wants to add something, as long as it cannot ruin, the whole feeling of the track, it can be added. Lyrics can be added too, but they have to stick with the band.
Yes.
That's the only thing, the only purpose.
Yeah, when I joined the band, I mean, like it was in May 2022. The guys had already recorded the first single, which has two tracks that they're not in this album. They were a separate single, and they had two tracks from the current album, Equinox, the second track. No, and you had written Equinox and Into the Werewolf's Lair, but there were semi-finished. We added some stuff there. So, but there was, the vision for the rest of the songs. So there was some material, but we worked it out all together, and then everyone put something in the songs.
I wanted to ask you if you could speak on my favorite track, When Death Is Near.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
You are an epic metal guy, huh?
How did that one come to you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one. It's like it was created after George came to the band.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite tracks too. It's very sentimental, it has a lot of feeling. If you read the lyrics, you can say that something is going on with a guy that is about to die, a guy that is condemned to die. We're talking about a chief indigenous tribesman who is condemned to death by some some people, some pioneers, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so that guy is going, but it's sure he will come back with a curse, come back with a vengeance.
Another one of my favorite tracks is Under Your Bed. I wanted to ask you if you could speak on that track as well.
Yeah, that was one of the later songs that we wrote. The riffs were there, of course, but we put it together later on in the songwriting process. It was one of the songs that it really stuck together, and I love it. Has a very catchy chorus. It shakes you with the drums. You go like that, and the bass and the drums hold together the guitars, which are really fast, and they're ripping through your ears. And then this guy comes on and with the vocals, and he just like takes it to another level.
It's a pretty American influence track.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Take all American metal into one track.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that American? Let's take it. Yeah. So it goes like that. It has a lot of B-movie. George had some lyrics too at that track, which it's a very small, very like a shot. Everything,
exactly.
Everything you need. It's one track, and it goes like that. It's one of my favorites too. I like it. Not many people mention that track, but
that's true.
It's one of our favorite. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you as well, in the recording of the album, were there tracks that didn't make the album that will eventually be on a later release?
Yeah, one is for sure. One that I said.
Yeah.
I said one. I didn't like the title, so it's pushed back to the second album.
I had a very, not that good title.
And actually, Under Your Bed came into.
Not Under Your
Judge
Bed.
Still.
It was Judge Still.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there was one song that was instead of that song came Judge Still. Judge Still just to mention it, you are the only guy to know that. It was never played on a rehearsal. It just went, the riffs went there. I played it only once with the drummer, taking riffs from lyrics from George and riffs from the one guitarist of ours, from Zach. Yeah. So I just told them, okay, guys, here is one more song with your stuff in it. Let's do it. Let's have it. Let's record it.
And that's exclusive for you. No, we haven't mentioned it anywhere else. And you're the first to know.
And maybe won't mention it again because it's a bit weird, you know.
I wanted to ask you as well if you could speak on the album artwork and the artist that was involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. We will start with Mike Michali Zunarakis.
No, the artist of the album, the album cover, Mario.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't understand the question. Well, Mario Lopez is the guy that made the cover of the album. Mario Lopez is very well known in the underground metal scene, of world underground metal scene. He's very, very renowned, very fantastic artist, as you can see from our from his work at our band too. We really loved the feeling. It was what we wanted. I think.
He took our idea and really put it up on the canvas. You know, we asked him, we told him what we wanted, and he just painted it out. And when it was done, we're like, yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. So he took our vision and really put it on the canvas. You know.
And he has that's very important to say. He has really a strong Gothic influence in the cover art.
In the old sense of Gothic, not like Gothic rock or Gothic metal, Gothic back into the mid-centuries, you know.
Yeah, so it can remind to someone something about something from King Diamond, maybe.
Yeah.
Because these things are also at our influences, maybe not the first shown influences, but they will be soon. And the new tracks, we will have many more influences.
I mean, they are there for all of us. King Diamond.
For me, yeah, for sure, yeah. You know? But maybe someone cannot say from listening to the album, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And is it safe to say that the image on the cover will be used again in future releases?
I mean, we would like to do that.
Well, I will tell you, you nailed it. He's like the mascot, you know. Yeah. He's like Eddie, like Rattlehead, like he although he means something to us, it's like
it's like Rattlehead meant a lot to Dave. So it has a meaning for us too. But we want to have that kind of something, a personification of the band, you know. Mm-hmm. So it was really great, and I mean, it's for us. Having like a recurring theme. I mean, the character that it's going to adapt to each album, because each album has its own character, not being a concept album per se, but it's going to have a story, you know. So we would like to see the following versions, you know.
And what lies ahead for you? Will you tour this album?
Yeah, we would love to. Though we don't have some. Now something so organized to say that it's a tour.
Yeah.
But we are trying to organize some shows here in Greece and in the nearby countries. Very important station for a European metal band is for sure Germany.
Yeah.
For sure Northern Europe, Holland, Sweden, Belgium, all these countries because they have a strong metal core. So we will start from here and see.
Bulgaria, Romania definitely have a strong presence in the metal scene. We played in Bulgaria already, but Romania still has a great festival. The Old Grey Fest is in Romania, which we would love to play. And I mean, like there are bands towards our genre of metal that play there. So it would be fucking great for us, you know.
And I want to ask you as well, for those that haven't seen you live, what can fans expect at your show?
Well, I will tell you, expect high energy, expect what you expect like a time travel to the 80s. That's what we want. That's what we try to do. And our live presence is much stronger than the studio. I will tell you that for sure. And for everyone who wants to know what this band is, you have to see us live.
Yeah, you know, the musical aspect, when you hear the album, maybe at the like half of the band's character. I mean, if you see us live, you will understand the other half also, which comes and completes it. You know, all the guys, all five of us, we're people that we made the band and want to play live. We're not a studio band. I mean, if we were a studio band, we would have like 2 or 3 albums already out. So
Yeah.
we made the album so we can play the album live. And yeah, as Charles said, high energy, and yeah, we like to shake things up a lot. So definitely, if you can catch a live show of Leatherhead, sure.
It's a live music, music that wants to is meant to be played live.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so yeah, it would be very poor for a band to have a fantastic job in the studio and then just cannot deliver live.
Yeah.
The main purpose for us and for me and for the guys is to play live.
Yeah, all of us.
To feel that energy, even if we have 5 people down
Yeah,
the stage.
500.
Yeah, we didn't play at 500 though.
No,
but
yeah,
we would love to. Yeah, but yeah, 5 people we played, and it was great. Yeah, we had no problem.
We played with like
It's the same to us.
15, yeah.
And I think it shows in listening to the album. That's why I wanted to speak to you about your live performance, because it seems in the creation of the songs that everyone is feeding off of everyone and everyone is building off of everyone and working as one. It's like you guys have a magic feel when you are together.
We hope so. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's great to hear. You know, I mean, it's like everyone relies on everyone and expects what they want to play next in here. And I mean, like even in mistakes, I remember like moments that we did a mistake and we covered it up, and like we all just looked at each other and we knew, yeah, we did it. No one heard it.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to have that. You know, you build it with live performances. We want to play live as much as possible because it's different rehearsing in the studio and it's different playing live. I mean, like playing live for little people. I mean, like for like 50 or whatever someone would say little is. But I mean, you build experience and you learn how to handle both mistakes, or you may have a heckler or something. You learn how to handle things when you play live.
I wanted to ask you as well if each of you could take a moment and tell me how your musical career started and at what age you began your journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna start because it's way shorter than you. I mean, we're all in the same city with small breaks for our universities and such. I started playing music. I started playing the bass at 14, I think, like 14 years ago. So I'm self-taught. I had like 2 or 3 bands. I had how's the genre there? Pantera.
Groove metal.
Groove metal. Yeah, I had a groove metal band when I was in high school. I had a heavy metal band back then, and I was looking to make a project during quarantine where I would write the bass, the guitars, the vocals, and I would have the drums during with a drum machine. And after the quarantine, I actually reconnected with Tolls because we had lost each other over the years. So I got the invitation to play in the band, and I had the lust to play music. I knew what music Tolls played, so when he told me, I immediately joined the band, and I've been here like ever since the last 2.5 years. So that's my music career, if you will.
Yeah, well, we are hobby guys, as you know, or maybe as you will know. We just did that for having fun. I played. I play also since I was 13 years old. Now I'm about 30. So yes.
21.
Yeah, fuck you.
31.
I seem younger though. Well, yes, and we had. I had my bands too. I played with a thrash band. I had discography with 2 bands. Self-released album with the one band, Murder Angels, who was my former band. And we had 2 albums and 1 EP. I had Executor before that, who played thrash metal. But now, what we do now is totally different from what we did, because we are very, very, very
more mature.
more mature, yeah. And we are very, very. We decided that we wanted to do something that will have an impact, you know. And what you've seen from us with the first album is nothing compared to what we are about to show and what we want to give to everyone, to all of these guys who worship that the same music as we worship. So yes, I would say with I'm pretty sure that that's the best part of our lives musically for everyone, sure. And that's the best thing we did there since we were born musically.
Yeah, you know, it's like when the stars align or something, you know, the planets or something.
Yeah.
And what is the best way to get a physical copy of the album and any merchandise that you have?
Yeah, you know, we have our Bandcamp.
He is a guy.
Yeah,
I will live now.
Yeah, you know, you can get on our Bandcamp. There is the Bandcamp page is on our Facebook also, so you can get the vinyl there. I mean, we had 2 editions of vinyl, a black one, the standard one, and a blue one. The blue one got sold out in the pre-order stage, so those who got it, you know. And you can get the vinyl, you can get the CD, and you can get some T-shirts also with the cover of the new album, you know.
That's
and
great.
You can get a digital copy as well if you would like a. But I think Bandcamp has that if you get a physical copy, you also get the digital one, so it's 2 in 1, you know.
I wanted to ask you as well, as far as going live, if you could pick any band that you could tour with, who would you tour with?
I mean, that's the question. You answer first this time because I answered the last time. So
I would say from since for the last 10 years, the one band I want to play with, only a live show, if not tour with them, that would be a dream for me, is Overkill. Overkill, I would like, because Bobby is one of my main inspirations to start singing, you know, because I wasn't a singer from the beginning. Blitz and
Didi Verni, you know, is
I would love to have to play with Overkill, you know. I don't know how hard as guys, you know, but for me it's what metal is about, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I could also say like from Greece, some bands like Suicidal Angels.
That would be great also,
or Septic Flesh, you know. They're not so much to our sound, Septic Flesh, but I mean, it would be a great band to tour, I think. And then you can always dream bigger, you know. You can Megadeth is one of my greatest influences, and being around for like 40 years, you know. I would like a tour to just see how these guys are day to day, what they do. I mean, what they do when they wake up, they go for a run, they have a coffee, they go around the city. I mean, like bands that you have stuff to learn from, and Overkill also are like 35 years or something. Yeah, so bands that we can get stuff from. I mean, musically we have
also we have already
yeah, but like as a band as a whole, you know, watching them how they move around, it would be great, you know.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give any message to your fans, what would that message be, my friend?
If any fans are there, I want to tell them to come and see us live as soon as possible, because we are young. In 10 years, we won't be that young. So yeah. So yeah, I would say that if any of you are there, if any of you like our music, our first tracks, you know, come and see us live if you want. And something that gives me a lot of strength, try to communicate with us. That's the best thing, I think.
I mean,
the communications with the guys who love your music, the feedback is like you know, like giving us one treasure, you know, like giving us all the money of the world. That's why we do that. We don't do it for money. We do it just because we like it.
Yeah, if we did it for the money, we wouldn't do it at all, because
we have real jobs, you know. And this thing only drains you of money, and here in Greece at least, and not makes you money. So yeah, I would say that communicate with us, give us feedback, and see us in a live show if you can.
Yeah, and anyone who see us, I mean, like either during one of our performances or if we're going to watch another live show, come and talk to us if they know our faces. I mean, there isn't a better thing, as Charlie said, someone to come up to you and say, "Hey, I listened to your album. I like that. I didn't like that. I wish you'd done that," or something. I mean, like talking with people that like our music or don't like our music and have heard our music. I mean, it's the biggest gift for us. You know that.
Well, I wanted to take a moment to thank you personally for delivering an album that I thoroughly enjoyed. I look
We thank you
forward
back.
to what lies ahead for you guys because I think there's much more that lies ahead for you, my friends.
Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much, and have a quick, nice recovery
Yeah,
with your
yeah,
knee.
of course. We hope you're doing great.
Try to stay strong.
I mean, your sound cut off there,
Oh,
but
your sound.
Thank you for that. And you guys have a great day, my friends.
Thank you very
Alright,
much for your
thank you.
time.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, man.
cheers. Have a
Cheers.
great day. See you.